Hey, hello, what's up, guys? It's me again. I came back to my YouTube video, and then on the last episode of this video series, I talked about how I get my job. I'm talking about my previous job, and then I explained about how what that job interview like, and then how I explained about how how I started working for this company, my on that previous job, right? And today I want to talk about very beginning of that after I started working for this company, and then also by the way that on the last video I explained about that my colleague who started working for this company at the same time with me, and then I mentioned to him that he was fresh from graduating from college or university in the States, but it was my misunderstanding. I just mixed up with someone else, but he is fresh from that language school in Japan, and I think that he learned English for maybe 2 years or so, and after graduating he got applied for this job, and then I and this colleague started working for this company, right? And then after we starting working for company, first day in the office, we introduced to that this guy our predecessor, who is maybe he is a little bit older than me, and then well, actually we've heard that he is the only one who is handling everything need to be done in this department, our department. They call it the international department, and he was the only one, and he was doing everything, and then we are responsible for communicating with our suppliers, and also that we are placing orders, and also we have to talk about we have to talk to that forwarding the company because we have to make the shipment going, right? And also that we have to take care of the payment, because that a lot of time that we are paying in that either via wire transfer or using LC, depending on the situation, depending on that who is we paying to, talking about depending on that suppliers. Yes, we are using the different method of paying, but in either case we have to talk to our bank to arrange the payment. So yes, after we talking, after we introduced to him, and then he just yes, he told me that he's leaving the company after 1 week, just 1 week, and then he's trying to it's very funny, but it's rarely it happens to us, and then he just told us that he's gonna try to teach everything in 1 week, and he's just leaving the office. It sounds impossible. I mean, the problem, I think he had having some kind of, it seemed like to me that they have something going on. There was something going on with him, and maybe something happened, and maybe something that happened that it's something real big enough, or something enough to make him think that he wanna leave the company right away, and then maybe that's what happened. I don't really exactly what happened between them, but well, soon you realize that I really understand what he felt about working for this company. But anyway, yes, after he just tried to teach us, instruct us everything, what kind of tasks we need to do in this international company, department and stuff. And then it was just overwhelming, because that business is it's a small, even though it's a small company, but they are doing great on in terms of the sales. Like if you just compare the annual sales they are making, and then maybe that with that maybe the same size of the other businesses, maybe they are making like 10 times more sales. Yes, compared to the same size, kind of same size business, they are doing very good, and that means that because they are making so much high sales, that means that there are so many they are selling so many products, there are so many a lot more transactions compared to other same size businesses. That means there are so many tasks we have to do, because we are the company who is exporting the importing the products and selling to the Japanese market, right? So that's as that member of this so-called international department, there are so many tasks, and there's no way that you could learn in only 1 week everything. It's basically impossible, but that's something that we are facing after starting working for this company. And then there's another problem, because once we started working for this company and then trying to do the job, right, and then there are so many tasks we needed to do, but when we have a question, when we don't know what to do, and there's no one to ask to in our company, because basically when you look at the businesses, and especially smaller businesses, there's two type of business owners, right? And the first type of the business owner is someone that who has who has all the skill set that they could do the business, the transaction from start to finish, and then only reason that they are hiring this kind of owner, the only reason that this kind of business owner would try to hire someone is in trying to only reason to just try to grow the business, right? So if someone new employee came aboard, he can just if he wants to, he or she can, just, instruct or teach everything, they need to do, they need to know as an employee, they can teach. So, in that case, if the owner of our company was that kind of person, type of the business owner, we can simply ask him, but he was not. He was another type of the business owner, and another type of the business owner would be that someone who had this big plan or a big picture of this business, and then he just direct the he or her staff to do this and do that, so just like managing, and then but if there was a task that he cannot do himself, or he just don't understand, he hires someone to do the job for him, to the task for him, someone who had that skill set that needed to be done, that certain tasks. So our boss was the second type of the boss. So even though I don't know what to do, and if you have a question, there was no one to ask in the company after 1 week. So it was tough, really tough, because it's not only that language skills, but I need to acquire, and suddenly I need to acquire and all that business skills, do that that business going, and then it was real tough. And then I was always asking to, like for example about the payment, I was asking that asking that the guy who is in charge of our account in the bank, and then I was it is not, maybe I'm not supposed to, but I was asking him other questions, how we should do, or how and handle, like for example, like LCs, we just don't know how to, fill in that document to, open that LC and stuff. It's tough, but at the same time, it was very, fun for me because, even though it's very tough, very very hard, but after when I get home, I always try to learn the things, be skill set, I need to have in order for me to do the things keep on going, right? And then I bought a lot of books about trading business, or everything. I tried real hard to learn everything, by myself, and because there was no one there was no one, who could teach me or instruct me, So I had no choice but just learn everything, on my own, and then that was tough. It was real tough. But if you get a job in a company, small company, that kind of thing happens many times, I think. And then it was a big company, because they have a lot of resources, and then also they have person, and then usually when you start working for a big company, maybe the company would assign someone who would teach you, instruct you how you should do in everything, in your department, or now whatever that the task that in charge of, you are in charge of, they will just teach you everything, from start to finish. And then but in the smaller company like myself, if I was the only one who could understand English. And then think about that, because our business was importing products and selling to the Japanese market. So someone has to take care of someone has to communicate with the suppliers and placing orders, and then arranging that shipment and everything. And then after we after that shipment arrive, we have to talk to our forwarder, and then we have to get through that custom, right? And after we receive the shipment, I had to go to the warehouse, and then I have to check everything, numbers of products, or stuff, with that packing list. And it was so hard. I mean, because I didn't know anything, if I, after, when I started working for this company, and then there's no one to ask, even though there's something that I don't understand what to do. But it was tough time. Maybe that. The toughest time in my life, I guess, and because I have to, there's so many things we have to learn, and then there's no one to ask, and then no one was teaching me, and then the only way that I need to to acquire that skill set needed to do the tasks, everyday tasks. I have to learn it, on my own. And then, yes, it was, as I said, it was a very tough time for me, but at the same time, I was very, it was very stimulating, because, because that, there was, that responsibility was very big, because, if I did something wrong, it might be that the company might go out of business or something. So it's a huge thing. And then yes, it was tough, but at the same time it was really stimulating. And then I tried real hard. Maybe I never tried do something that hard, my entire life. But because of that, I could get the, I could run, and I could acquire that skill set that I needed to do the every tasks, that this international department, has to have to do, and then yes, that was what was like, at the very beginning of since at the very beginning, since I started working for this company. And then yes, I'm gonna talk about and keep on posting this video talking about my experiences working for this company. But today, yes, I briefly talk about what it was like at the very beginning. Okay, thank you very much for watching my YouTube video again, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.